Hey guys, welcome to the 6th episode of this story, in which Naruto discovered his heritage before he entered the academy. How would he turn out? Listen and find out as Naruto strives to accomplish of his goals of becoming Hokage and reviving the Namikaze clan. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Now, let's get started. Sasuke was finished eating his breakfast when the doorbell rang. "Who is it?" Sasuke asked. "It's me, Kyo, open up," Kyo said. "What do you want?" Sasuke asked as he opened the door only to be knocked back by a jumping roundhouse kick courtesy of Uchiha Kyo, basically the kick Ichigo's dad gave Ichigo in the first episode. What the hell was that? Sasuke yelled as he got back up. A ninja must always be on alert every second of the day wherever they are, Sasuke, Kyo said with a stupid grin on his face. "Alert my ass. You just wanted to kick me in the face, didn't you? Why can't you ever be normal for once?" Sasuke barked back. "How dare you think I would stoop so low? I was only trying to teach you an important lesson, my young apprentice," Kyo said. "You're so full of crap, Kyo. Why are you here anyway?" Sasuke said. "Glad you asked, my young friend. I'm here because I'm going to be training you for your finals match," Kyo said with a grin. "Oh fuck me." Sasuke cursed, shocking Kyo. "How could you say such things after all the training I gave you?" Kyo said shocked. "You called that crap training? That wasn't training, it was torture. You made me wear coals in my shoes, stay in a forest full of wolves for a week, made me climb mountains with hands tied behind my back, and even made me go into the hot springs so I can take pictures of naked women, and that was when I was just 8 years old. Even Guy trained me better than you," Sasuke yelled. "True, but you see, I knew you would take the Chunin exams back then, and thus this is why I made you go into such rigorous training," Kyo said in a know-it-all tone. "How the heck can you possibly know something like that when I was just 8? Sasuke asked. "Because Sasukami Sharingan allows me to see into the world of tomorrow," Kyo said with a dramatic voice, but the only thing that happened was a dust cloud coming through. "That's it, I'm outta here," Sasuke said and then started to leave. Oh well, too bad. I was going to teach you the Uchiha clan's unique taijutsu Ryu, which has only been mastered by a few and is said to be even on par with the Jukenryu. Such a shame that you won't let me teach it to you," Kyo said in a disappointed tone. "I will do whatever you wish, my master," Sasuke said as he returned and bowed to Kyo. "All right then, young grasshopper, let the training begins," Kyo said in a dramatic pose. "I am so screwed," Sasuke said mentally. Meanwhile, Naruto was walking down the streets of Konoha, reflecting on what has happened so far, including his battle with Gaara. Sabaku no Garahi's a monster that has to be stopped, but how? He's the same as me, a Jinchuriki, and I never fought another Jinchuriki before. And then, even speed and power aren't enough since even Lee couldn't beat him. What am I supposed to do? Naruto asked as he was talking to himself. "Why are you so worried about that kid? Yeah, he's a Jinchuriki, but he's the container of the Ichibi Shikaku while you're the container of yours truly, Kyubi, the nine-tailed fox," Kyubi said. "What's your point, Kyubi?" Naruto asked. "Let me explain something to you. For us Bijus, the number of tails indicates how much power each of us has. 9 is the strongest and 1 is the weakest. Now, do the math," Kyubi explained. "So you're saying that Gaara has the weakest Biju out of the 9? So your chakra is stronger than his tailed beasts?" Naruto asked. "Bingo. So like I said, don't worry about that kid, Kit. If you get in trouble, just call on my chakra and we'll crush that vermin. And oh, by the way, you're being followed," Kyubi said. "What?" Naruto said and then turned and saw Shina, with her cloak on, a few feet behind him. "Who are you and why are you following me?" Naruto asked. "Two can't do this," Shina thought to themselves and then turned to run away, but Naruto used Shunshin to appear in front of her and grabbed her arm. "Answer me. Who are you and why are you following me?" Naruto asked angrily. "I guess I have no choice." "I hope you're right, Kyo." Shina thought and then took off her hood and revealed a girl in her late 20s with long brown hair and deep blue eyes. "My name is Shina, Uzumaki Shina, and I'm your aunt, Naruto," Shina said. "My aunt?" Naruto repeated, shocked. "Yes, your mother was my older sister, Uzumaki Kushina." Shina said, and tears started to come out as she continued, "Naruto, I'm so sorry. I should have been there for you when you were all alone, visited before, but I just couldn't bring myself to, and I'm sorry, I am." Shina said. "It's okay, auntie, it's okay. It wasn't your fault, and besides, I've grown a lot. Just you showing up means a lot to me," Naruto said with a smile as he hugged her. "And Naruto?" Shina said, surprised at the boy's reaction. "So, how was my mom like?" Naruto asked as he and Shina were walking. She was pretty fiery and energetic but could also be a very sweet and gentle lady. She always cared for people and would do whatever it took to help them out. That's why she loved your father so much, because he cared so much about others. Shina answered. "I see. Another question, what does the land of Whirlpool looks like compared to Konoha?" Naruto asked. "Well, it's not as grand as here, but it's a very nice place to live in, and we Uzumakis all our lives. Kushina was the first Uzumaki to have lived out of the land of Whirlpool." Shina said. "I see. I'll visit this land as soon as I become Hokage and revive my dad's clan." Naruto said. "Wait, you want to become Hokage and revive your dad's clan?" Shina asked. "Of course. By becoming Hokage, I will be able to protect my precious people and provide peace for this land, and reviving my dad's clan is something very important to me," Naruto said. "I remember, your dad was the last of his clan which was wiped out years ago." Shina said, "Naruto's just like his parents after all," she thought. "Pervert." A couple of female voices yelled, and then a man with large white hair fell from the sky to the ground near Naruto and Shina. "That was weird," Naruto said with a sweat drop behind his head. "Wait a minute, I know that guy," Shina said. "Ouch, those girls can sure kick," the man said as he got back up and then saw the two relatives staring at him. "Wait a minute, is it you, Shina?" "It is you, beautiful, beautiful Shina-chan," the man said, only to get kicked in the jewels by Shina. "Why?" He groaned. "Don't you dare call me that, Ero Sennin," Shina growled. "Ero Sennin?" Naruto repeated. "I told you not to call me that, Shina. My name is Jiraiya," Jiraiya said. "Jiraiya, as in one of the 3 legendary Sannins?" Naruto asked. "Yes, that's right, and you are?" Jiraiya asked as he's never seen Naruto before. "My name is Namikaze Naruto," Naruto simply said. "Namikaze Naruto? So you're his son? Oh my, you've grown so much," Jiraiya said. "Wait a minute. You mean you knew my dad?" Naruto asked. "Of course I did, I after all did teach him," Jiraiya said with pride. "I don't believe you," Naruto said deadpan. "Nani? You don't believe me? But I did train your dad, honest," Jiraiya said. "I don't believe it because I doubt my dad would have learned anything from a pervert like you," Naruto said. "I forgot, I didn't properly introduce myself. Ahem, from all of the great lands in this world, there exists one man that strikes in the fear of the evildoers. A man is so powerful that even Kami trembles upon hearing his name. A man that has no equal, a man that makes all the women scream and faint upon hearing just a syllable of his name. That man is me, Jiraiya, the legendary and powerful Toad Sannin. Now, awe at my awesomeness. Jiraiya said as he finished introducing himself in a dramatic pose. That makes you look less impressive, Naruto said, causing Jiraiya to fall to the ground. He may be a pervert but he did train your father, Naruto, Shina said. I can teach you one of your father's greatest jutsus, Jiraiya said. Really? Naruto asked, now interested. Yes, but since you're not impressed with me, I will not teach it to you any longer unless, Jiraiya said as he tried to trap the boy. What is it? I'll do anything. Naruto asked. You will have to do a perilous mission for me, Jiraiya said with a serious look on his face. What kind of mission? Naruto asked. Your mission will Beto find me a babe. Jiraiya said with a perverted grin, causing Naruto to fall to the ground. Once a pervert, always a pervert. Shina thought with a sweat drop. This is ridiculous. Are you being serious? Naruto asked irritated. I am, young one, and until you do find one, I will not teach you your father's jutsu, Jiraiya said. Oh well, one must do great sacrifices to gain what they desire. Can't believe I'll have to use this stupid technique. Henge. Naruto said and then transformed. Once the transformation was finished, in place of Naruto stood a tall, blonde girl with pigtails, whisker marks on her face, blue eyes, an impressive rack, and an extremely attractive pair of legs, and both her breasts and privates were covered in smoke. Is this good enough, Jiraiya-sama? The female asked with a wink. Naruto. How could you? Shina said, appalled. Sweet Kami, this is the most beautiful thing I have seen in my life. Now, I can finally die happy. Matt, hold it right there for just a second. Jiraiya said with tears as he then took out a sketchbook and a pencil. Now keep this form while I draw it for my next masterpiece. Jiraiya said while laughing lecherously. Not. Naruto said and transformed back, I gave you your babe, now you teach me that technique. Naruto said. Okay, I'll teach you. You're just like your father, can never appreciate the art of the nude female body. Jiraiya said. Okay, first off, what jutsus have you mastered so far? And by the way, why are you still here, Shina? Jiraiya asked as they were now near a waterfall. I am here to make sure you don't corrupt his mind with your filth. Shina growled. Well, let's see. I know Henge, Bushin, Kagebushin, Samai, Kawarini, Futon, Kaze Hao Toshi, Futon, Shippuden, Futon, Kaze Yaiba, Futon, Dai Tatsumaki, Futon, Rokujiu Kazeha, Futon, Tenkazadu, Tatsumaki. Naruto said. My god, not many kids his age don't even nearly that many jutsus. Impressive. Okay, now, let me show you that technique of your father. Jiraiya said. He then walks up to a tree and then concentrates his chakra and then a blue ball of chakra forms in his hand and then used it to smash through the tree, blowing it up. No way. Naruto said. That my boy is your father's Rasengan. It is a technique that demands the highest of chakra control and why it took him 3 years to master it. Jiraiya said. 3 years? Naruto repeated. Yep. Hold on a sec, I'll be right back. Jiraiya said and then left. He then came back minutes later with a couple of water balloons and a stack of rubber balls. What are those for? Naruto asked. Those are tools that will help you learn the Rasengan. You see, this jutsu has 3 different steps that must be taught before using it. The first step emphasizes rotation, and what you have to do is simply summon your chakra and use it to make the water spin in many differentials, eventually popping the balloon. The second step emphasizes power and you have to do step 1 but this time with a denser rubber ball. The third and final step is simply combining rotation and power to create the Rasengan and thus emphasizes control. Did you get it all that? Jiraiya asked after explaining. Got it. Kagebushin no Justu. Naruto said and then 10 clones spawned. Okay guys, here's the plan. You 5 on the right will work on the first step while you other 5 will work on the second step. Naruto said, and the clones nodded before getting to work. Wait, you know the secret behind that technique already? Jiraiya asked, shocked. Yeah. Sarutobi Gigi told me about it when he showed me this technique. Naruto answered. Oh, I see. So the old man's still kicking, I see. Jiraiya grins. How do you know the Hokage? Naruto asked. I know him because I was his student. Jiraiya grinned. No wonder, both of you are mega perverts, Naruto said, causing Jiraiya to growl in embarrassment and Shina to giggle. Hirono resident Sakura was getting dressed in her room when she suddenly heard a knock on the door. Sakura dear, are you busy? I need to talk to you. Her mother said behind the door. No, I'm not, Mom, you can come inside, Sakura said. The door, and a woman in her 30s with shorter pink hair than Sakura, black eyes, and wearing a black shirt with a gray skirt entered the room. What did you want to talk to me about, Mother? Sakura asked. Your sensei came by yesterday and told me that you made it to the preliminaries of the 3rd stage and that you showed amazing skills in your draw with your friend Ino. Sakura's mother, Akira, said. He did? Sakura asked. Yes, and he also told me some other details, Akira said. What other details? Sakura asked. He told me that you told your friend that I hated you and that you ruined my life. Is that true, Sakura? Akira asked. Yes, it is, Mother, Sakura replied. Sakura, why would you say such things? I don't hate and I never thought you'd ruined my life. Akira said. Well, it's kind of hard not to believe that, considering that because of me, you had to quit your kunoichi career and thus quit your dreams of becoming an Umbu captain, and on top of that, you've said you hate me a couple of times before and how I was a mistake. Sakura with closed eyes to keep the tears from coming out. I know I haven't been the best mother, but none of this is your fault. I should have been a better mother to you, been there for you, but I just didn't know how to handle it. I was afraid and angry as well, but over the years, the only thing I have been proud of was you. The way you've grown into a strong kunoichi has made me so proud of you, Sakura, and I wouldn't trade it for a thing. So please, don't think that I hate you or that you've ruined my life, because you haven't. You're the best thing that has ever happened in my life, Akira says with a soft look on her face. Sakura couldn't take it anymore and ran to her mother, hugging her and crying. Oh Mother, I'm so happy you don't hate me. I hated myself for making you quit your dreams, and I just wanted you to be proud of me. Sakura said. I already am, Sakura-chan, I already am, Akira said. Well, I have to go to start working in the hospital again. So I'll see you later, Mom. Sakura said as she wiped her tears and then left. Finally, I have my daughter back. Akira smiled. Back with Naruto, the clones were still hard at work with the first 2 steps. So Shina, have you heard of Kyo yet? Jiraiya asked as he and the Uzumaki girl were supervising Naruto's training. Yes, I have. He's here, probably training Sasuke, Shina answered. I see. Good thing I'm teaching Naruto his dad's jutsu. He is also a very important piece of the future, not the most important piece of the future, and not just that, but his adversary foretold in the prophecies is even worse than Sasuke's. Jiraiya said. That can't be. Uchiha Madara is pure evil. There can't be someone worse than him. Shina said. But there is, and man, from what I've heard, he's worse than Madara. To put it bluntly, he is the devil himself, evil incarnated in its purest form possible. Jiraiya said. Masaka, Shina said in disbelief. They say he is ruthless, sadistic, psychotic, and pure evil. He kills simply for the pure thrill of it, and he doesn't just kill you, he kills everyone that your existence has affected, your family, your friends, even your village. You heard what he did to the Namikaze clan of the Shippu, Hurricane, village, didn't you? Jiraiya asked. I did. The Namikaze clan, the strongest clan in the hidden village in the hurricane and the strongest in all of the lands, was destroyed in a single night except for one young boy, Namikaze Minato. They said that the one responsible even destroyed the entire village. Shina said as she recalled hearing the news about it. Yeah, and from what I've heard, he has never lost a single battle, not even coming close to, and has killed everyone that has faced him. Those that survived were later hunted down relentlessly and brutally killed, and anyone that they met on their way was also killed. Jiraiya continued to explain. Do you know his name, Jiraiya? Shina asked, terrified. His name is Pain, the leader of Akatsuki, Jiraiya said. Akatsuki? Shina asked. Yeah. They are a group of 9 S-class ninjas that hunt down whatever they want. They are currently in pursuit of the tailed beasts, and since Naruto is one, that makes him a target, and on top of that, Pain is their leader, so that proves to be extremely troublesome. Jiraiya said. Naruto, Shina said, saddened by what her nephew will have to face. Don't worry, I'll make sure I train him to be ready for when they make their move, Jiraiya said. So, have you guys been able to figure it out? Naruto asked his clones. Not yet, Aniki, this jutsu is tough and we're starting to get exhausted. One of the clones said. I see, I knew it wouldn't be easy. Alright, I'll cancel the jutsu so that way I can get the information from you guys. Naruto said, and the clones nodded. He then cancelled the jutsu and all of the information rushed into his brain. I see. This is definitely much harder than it looks, but if my father could do it, so can I. Naruto said, and then picked up the water balloon to try to do the first step. Damn it. I just can't keep the chakra at a fixed point for me to spin it properly. What kind of jutsu is this? Naruto said mentally as he struggled with the first step. In one of the training grounds, Sasuke was training, or rather, getting his ass kicked by Uchiha Kyo. Damn it. That fighting style he mentioned is no joke. It's like he's reading my mind. Sasuke growled mentally as he tried to hit Kyo with everything, but it was as if Kyo was always one step ahead no matter what. Had enough, Sasuke? Kyo grinned. How in the world are you doing this? Even with using my Sharingan to help my perception, I still can't hit you, and don't tell me I'm slow because this has nothing to do with speed. Sasuke growled. You're right, Sasuke. It has nothing to do with speed but rather with the Sharingan. Kyo said. Sharingan? Sasuke said. Yep. You see, to learn this style, one must first gain the last tomo in their Sharingan so it can be fully evolved. Then, that person must keep their Sharingan on all at times. But then, when they start fighting in that style, they must never use the Sharingan. Kyo began to explain. I don't get it. You said the key was the Sharingan and yet you don't want me to use it? Sasuke asked. The reason for this is that once your body gets used to the constant usage of your Sharingan, then once it is off, your mind will continue to react as the same as if you have the Sharingan, Kyo said. I see, so that way it helps conserve chakra, and if I do use the Sharingan, then the style will become even stronger, Sasuke said as everything clicked. Exactly. Now, let's get you that third tomo. Kyo said, and then activated his Sharingan and cracked his knuckles, making the boy gulped. The rest of the day went by and night came when everyone was fast asleep except for 5 people. One of them was Gaara, who was looking at the full moon on top of a goldfish statue that was found on top of a temple. I wonder what Namikaze Naruto's face will look like as we rip to pieces. I know it doesn't matter, brother, but still, it would be fun to find out. But how are we going to kill him? Geez, brother, you're such a buzzkill. Unlike you, I like to find new ways to kill people. Whatever we do, it's going to be very exhilarating. Gaara said as he was somehow talking to himself. You sure got me. Do you not go to sleep? Dosu asked as he was on the temple rooftop. You're another one of those weaklings. What do you want? Gaara asked with a smile. I was planning on killing you while you were sleeping, but since you're awake, I'll fight you right here and right now. If I can kill you and then Sasuke, then I have a higher chance of becoming a Chunin. I already know about your sand attacks, but I wonder if it's faster than sound. Dosu said. Oh, you want to kill him, big brother? Okay. Gaara said. Big brother? Dosu wondered. Tell me something, vermin, how strong is your existence? Gaara asked in a deeper tone. My existence? What are you talking about? Dosu asked. If a fight to the death, the only two things that are challenged are our existences. The one with the stronger existence will win and devour his opponent's existence, completely erasing them from the face of the earth. That is the way of the strong, and that is why you will die, because your existence is not strong enough. Gaara said, and his eyes then turned yellow. What the hell? What's going? Dosu said as he saw something unfolding in front of his eyes. He then saw something head for him, and before he could even scream, it ran right through him, leaving a huge claw mark on the roof and leaving a very dead Dosu on the ground. My existence will never die, Gaara said. Wow. So that's his true identity. Kabuto said as he was talking to Baki not too far from the site. But is that all right? He was an autogenin after all. Baki asked. He's no longer worthy of any value, though he was useful in seeing the strength of your weapon, Kabuto said. Kabuto and Baki of the Sand? What are they doing so late at night? Hayate said as he overheard them talking. Do you think it's a good idea to meet like this? They still don't know you're a sound ninja, not a leaf. If they find out who you are, it would cause great trouble for us. Baki said. There's no need to worry. Everything will be going according to plan, you can trust me and Orochimaru-sama. Kabuto replied. How can this? Hayate thought, here are our plans. Also, it's about time they know about this plan, so please inform them. Kabuto said as he gave a scroll to Baki containing the plans. Yeah. Baki replied as he grabbed the scrolls. I'll excuse myself then, Kabuto said and started to leave. Our ally, the sand, was already connected with the sound. I must inform Hokage-sama of this immediately. Hayate as he prepared to leave. Oh, and one more thing. I'll clean up the mess. Kabuto said with a crazed look on his face. I'll test what kind of guys they have moving around, added. No, I'll do it. As a partner, the sand should do something too. Besides, it's only one rat, it's no problem. Baki said. Hayate discovered that he has been spotted and disappeared, and so did Baki. They both ended up on top of a building at the same time. What a surprise to see you, Baki said. It looks like I will have to fight. Hayate said as he coughed and then took out his sword and then rushed toward Baki and looked as if he was split into three. Leaf style, dance of the crescent moon. Hayate yelled out and then slashed Baki around his right shoulder. This technique is the legendary dance of the crescent moon. To be able to master it at such a young age. I'm impressed, but you see, a material sword can be stopped rather easily. Baki said, and Hayate found himself unable to pull his sword out. However, a blade of wind cannot be stopped by no one. Baki said. This was all Hayate thought before he was cut up by a blade of wind. The next morning, Naruto was eating breakfast while thinking over the steps of the Rasengan. Jiraiya-san said to master the Rasengan, 3 steps have to be mastered. The first 2 require rotation, with the second one just adding more power. The third one is a combination of both steps. It's much harder than I thought. Naruto thought. To think about it, it's like trying to form a tornado or hurricane. Eureka, that's it. Naruto said mentally and then finished his breakfast and then headed back to the springs. Meanwhile, all of the Jounins were assembled in the council room where the Hokage and 2 council members were seated. Hayate was killed? Kakashi said in shock. Yes. He was found by the Kikyu castle this morning. The Hokage answered. Was the opponent Orochimaru? Enko asked. No, we can't make that assumption. Hay-8 must have overheard someone from the sound and someone from the sand talking about their plans. The one thing for sure, Orochimaru is definitely up to something all right. Kakashi said. Then we should cancel the exams with Orochimaru, Reidu said. No. He already revealed himself to Anko and urged not to cancel it, this Chunin exam among shinobi allies. Hokage said. What are you saying? Hamura asked. Orochimaru has the power to destroy a small country by himself. Since escaping this village, many countries have set their eyes on him. Plus he coincidentally has a grudge against this village and many countries would want him. The Hokage explained. Then that means one of our allies has joined up with Orochimaru to betray the leaf? Reidu said. Well, the alliance agreement is nothing more than a verbal promise, it hasn't stopped any great wars in the past, Kakashi said. Either way, we don't have enough information, let us not worry needlessly. Hokage said. We already had ANBU gathering information in other countries. We shouldn't be too focused on this, the enemy may try to use that to their advantage. Koharu said. Plus, I trust you guys. If the time comes, we will assemble all of our strength and fight. The Hokage said, and all of the Jounins nodded. They, among the council members, started to leave until there were only Kakashi and the Hokage. Now, what did you want to ask me, Kakashi? The Hokage asked. Ah yes, that. Hokage-sama, do you know anyone by the name of Kyo? Kakashi asked, and as soon as he did, the Hokage's eyes widened as if they had seen a ghost. No way. Jiraiya said as he was seeing Naruto performing the Rasengan in front of him, that's impossible. It took his father 3 years to master that jutsu and he did it in 1 day. He's incredible. Jiraiya thought in shock. You see, what helped is my affinity with the wind. If you think about it, the Rasengan is a compressed and smaller tornado, thus causing more internal damage than external damage. So, all I had to do is to visualize this like trying to form a hurricane or tornado, and with the help of Kakashi-sensei's chakra exercises back in a wave, I'm able to do the technique. Unless you think about it that way, it becomes much harder to master it. Naruto said. But why would a tornado help you learn it? Jiraiya asked. That's because a tornado has the same qualities, both use a combination of intense rotation with maximum power. So in the end, you are trying to compress a tornado of chakra into a small ball shape to be used to cause tremendous internal damage. Naruto explained. Wow, you're a genius. Alright then, are you ready to take it to the next level? Jiraiya asked. Next level? I thought this was it. Naruto asked, confused. You see, the Rasengan that your father mastered was the first part of an even bigger jutsu. You now have to add your nature manipulation into it. Jiraiya said. Adding my nature manipulation? Naruto repeated. Yep, and let me tell you something, this step is unlike any of the others. Not even your father was able to do it and he was a genius like you. Jiraiya said. But I'm not my father, I'm Namikaze Uzumaki Naruto and I will finish this technique. Naruto said with a smirk. Well, it looks like we finally did. Nice job, Sasuke, now we can move on to the next phase of your training. Kyo says with a smirk as a beat-up Sasuke was looking at him through a Sharingan with 3 tomos now. Kirikagure, Mizukage-sama, a letter from Konoha has arrived. A man wearing a blue robe said as he handed the letter to the Mizukage. It looks like we have been invited to see the Chunin exams in Konoha. The Mizukage said, and judging by the voice, it would be safe to assume that the Mizukage was a female. Shall I prepare your things for the trip, Mizukage-sama? The man asked. Yes, Kaneda. The Mizukage said and then the man disappeared. Konoha, huh? Isn't that where Sasuke and Naruto are from? It's been a while since we last saw them, I wonder how strong they've gotten. What do you think, Mizuki-sama? Shinji said with a grin as he was laying back against the wall in the room. The Mizuki took off her hat and it was none other than Haku. I think it will be quite fun to see them again, Haku said with a smile. 3 weeks have passed since the start of the month, and new feelings and new revelations are about to be revealed. Welcome to Konoha Hospital, Sasuke? Sakura said as she was at the info desk with a nurse outfit. What's up, Sakura? Sasuke replied. What are you doing here? Sakura asked. I could say the same for you. I've never seen you around here before, especially dressed up like this. Are you dressing up this way so you can take of Naruto if he goes to the hospital? Sasuke asked with a perverted grin but was then punched upside the head by a furiously blushing Sakura. You are such a pervert. I seriously don't know how Hinata can stand you sometimes. Sakura yelled. Hinata? What are you talking about? Sasuke said seriously, trying to deny things. Oh, don't even try it, Sasuke. Everyone knows you and Hinata are dating. I mean, you were about to kill Neji when he fought Hinata and you even knew things that only she could tell you. You would have to be a retard not to figure out what was going on. Sakura said with a smirk as she had the Uchiha blushing, she's in room 301. Sakura said and Sasuke nodded before leaving. Oh, and you guys keep it down all right? Sakura snickered. Oh, grow up. Sasuke roared as he figured out the sexual undertone, and headed toward the elevator. Once he was on the 3rd floor, he left the elevator and headed for room 301. He was about to open it when Hyuga Hayashi came out of it. Uchiha Sasuke, Hayashi said in a stern tone. The clan leader had never liked the boy around his daughter when the boy brought her back home from training, especially because of his ruffian attitude, and the fact that the Hyuga and Uchiha used to have a rivalry made things worse. Hyuga Hayashi-sama. Sasuke said, and then he entered the room. There, he saw Hinata lightly crying on her bed. Hinata-chan. Did he say anything or do anything to you? Sasuke said as he rushed over to his girlfriend. He berated me for losing to Neji. Hinata answered as she tried not to cry, I didn't disappoint you, did I? Hinata asked. Of course not. You could never disappoint me, Hinata-chan. Sasuke replied, shocked that she would ask such a question. Then in a surprising move, Hinata grabbed hold of Sasuke's shirt. Then why? Why does everything I do disappoint him? I try to do everything I can to impress him, to train so hard just to be strong in his eyes, Sasuke-kun, I do. But it's always the same, he always berates me. Tu just don't know what to do anymore, Sasuke-kun. Hinata said as she broke down and started to cry. Then, she gasped as Sasuke kissed her some of her tears. Listen to me, Hinata-chan, did you think you did your best against Neji? Sasuke asked with a genuine smile on his face. Hinata nodded and he continued, well then, it doesn't matter what others think, as long as you know you did your best, it's all that matters, so don't let him get to you, okay, Hinata-chan? Sasuke smiled. Arigato, Sasuke-kun. Hinata said as she wiped her tears and smiled. Such a heartwarming conversation. Oh Sasuke, I never knew you had such a romantic side. Kyo said as the tears flowed from his eyes after watching the scene. What the hell are you doing here? Better yet, how did you get here? Sasuke asked as he and Hinata were startled by the man. Keep it down, Sasuke, we are in a hospital, Kyo said, completely ignoring Sasuke's question. Seriously, why are you here? Sasuke asked. Oh, for no reason really, just wanted to annoy you, Sasuke, since it's so much fun. Kyo said with a stupid grin. You're impossible. Sasuke sighed. Ano, may I ask your name? Hinata asked. Oh yeah. My name is Kyo and you must be the Hinata-chan whose name Sasuke was moaning intensely yesterday while he was unconscious from training all day. Kyo added with a smirk, and this caused both teenagers' faces to turn red. It's not what you think, Hinata-chan. Sasuke said to the girl, then turned to Kyo. I am seriously going to murder you. Sasuke growled. Anyways Sasuke, we gotta head back so we can train some more, Kyo said, completely ignoring the young man's glare. Now? Sasuke whined as he wanted to spend more time with Hinata. Yes, now, unless you want to get crushed by Hyuga Neji, the genius of the Hyuga clan, Sasuke, Kyo said with a serious look on his face. Alright, you got a point. Oh well, I guess I'll see you later, Hinata-chan. Sasuke smiled. Matt Sasuke-kun, I need to ask you a favor, Hinata said. What is it? Sasuke asked. To know you're angry at Neji-nisan for what he did to me, but I want you to promise that you'll save Neji. Hinata said. What? Hinata-chan, he nearly killed you. Sasuke protested. I know how he tried, but I know that he didn't used to be this way, but one day, something happened that made him change into the person he is today. Please Sasuke-kun, save him from himself, please. Hinata pleaded. You know I can never say no to you. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to beat the crap out of him. Sasuke smirked and then left with Kyo. She seems like the kind of woman the Uchiha clan needs to start over again, Kyo said as the two Uchihas were outside the hospital. It's not only you that changed me, but she also changed me. Her kindness and love helped me overcome the grief and void I had in my heart. Sasuke said. I see, Kyo said. The Hokage was in his room, looking at the pictures of the deceased Hokages, as he reminisced about his conversation with the Hokage a couple of 2 weeks ago. Flashback, did you just say Kyo? The Hokage asked. Yes sir. Is something wrong? Kakashi asked. It seems that the events that have been prophesied all those years are in motion. The Hokage said. What events, Hokage-sama? Kakashi asked. What I am about to say never leaves this room, Hatake Kakashi. The Hokage with such a serious face that it made the Jounin nervous. Hi. Kakashi gulped. Kyo's full name is Uchiha Kyo, and he is the younger brother of Uchiha Madara, the founder of the Uchiha clan. The Hokage said. Nani? But how the Uchiha clan was founded at the time of the Shodaime Hokage, how can that man possibly be still alive? Kakashi asked. That I do not know, you will have to ask him yourself. If he is truly here, then he came to take Sasuke under his wings to nurture the boy into the dragon needed to kill Uchiha Madara, who is also alive. The Hokage said. That's a bit much to take, Hokage-sama. I had no idea Sasuke was destined for such a great event. Kakashi said. It's not just Sasuke. Naruto is destined for great things, even greater than Sasuke. The Hokage said. Really? Kakashi asked. Yes. He is destined to become Hokage of this village and usher a new era of peace and prosperity unlike the ninja world has ever seen before, and unite all of the lands into one. The Hokage said. Sugoi. Naruto is going to do all that? Kakashi asked in awe. It has already been prophesied by the great elders of Tianman Mountain located near Fire Country. The Hokage said. The great elders? Who are they? Kakashi asked. The great elders are those in which the new Hokage and their council of selected individuals visit to gain knowledge about the future so they can be on alert for when the time comes. Namikaze Minato was prophesied about his death. The Hokage revealed. Wait a minute. If he knew he would die, then why not try to avert it? Kakashi asked. Because the prophecies foretold by the great elders are final and can never be avoided, because these prophecies must take place for the ninja world to continue existing. We all knew what they meant, and so did Minato, and that is why he let things happen the way they did, just like I will in the upcoming finals in my battle with Orochimaru. The Hokage said and closed his eyes. What? You can't be serious. Are you seriously willing to do nothing happen about this? Kakashi asked, as all of this was too much for him. I must. For the sake of the ninja world, sacrifices have to be made, Kakashi. I don't expect you to understand yet, but everyone that has come before me has understood this, and so have I. Besides, it is a fate that is unavoidable and one that I have resigned myself to for a while. The Hokage said with a grin. But Hokage-sama, if you die, then we will have no one to help this village. Naruto is too young. Kakashi said. You're wrong. After me, another Hokage will be named and help this village heal itself. The Hokage replied. Do you know who? Kakashi asked, intrigued. Unfortunately, they did not tell me. All they told me is that a new Hokage will rise and take my place. Besides, I have lived long enough, it's my time to pass the torch to the new generation just as it was intended to be. The Hokage said. I see. Thank you for telling me this, Hokage-sama, and I will make sure not to interfere. Kakashi said in defeat and then poofed away. End flashback. Trust me, Kakashi, I would want to live a few more years, but it must be done for the sake of peace. The Hokage sighed and then put on his hat and then headed off. Today, we are going to have our history lesson outside, Iruka said as he gathered his class on top of the academy building near the Hokage mountain where all four faces of the Hokages were sculpted onto. As you all know, these stone carvings all represent the Hokages, from the first to the fourth, Iruka said as he started his lecture. Big difference from that geezer of today. Konohamaru snicked mentally as he compared the stone carvings to his grandfather's current appearance. Iruka-sensei. Who's the fifth? A girl asked. Well, it hasn't been decided yet, but it may be your sensei. Iruka said with a grin. Ah yes. A joke is always good from time to time. Looks like you have a nice class, Iruka. The Hokage laughed with his pipe in his mouth. Hokage-sama, Iruka laughed nervously as he scratched the back of his head. It's Sandaime-sama. One of the students exclaimed. Ah. What are you doing here, geezer? Konohamaru asked. I came to look at the faces as well. The Hokage said. Perfect timing. Can you come over here please, Hokage-sama? Iruka asked. Sure. The Hokage nodded and walked over to Iruka. This is the owner of the third face on that mountain, Sandaime Hokage. Sandaime was said to be the strongest of all and was even called the professor because of his genius. Iruka lectured. Hey, Iruka. Don't use the past tense. The Hokage reprimanded the Chunin. Gomen, Hokage-sama. Iruka laughed nervously. Nanny? Is that geezer that strong? Doesn't look like it to me. One of the male students asked. Yup, exactly. Konohamaru said mentally. Hey. To be given the name Hokage means that you are the strongest in the village. Iruka yelled. All right. Then I'll become the Godaime Hokage because you'd be cool and strong, right? One of the male students exclaimed. Not with your grades you won't, Iruka said, shooting the boy's argument down. Ha, ha. I'll be counting on you guys. Unlike me, you kids are young, the name Hokage may come from someone in your group. The Hokage laughed and then smirked, you only get one life so don't try to choose an impossible path. Live and die as you like, however. Protecting a precious person. You must never forget to protect those precious to you. The Hokage added on. A precious person? A student asked. Someone that you acknowledge with your heart, your love, and trust. Do you have someone like that? The Hokage asked. Yeah, my brother and parents. One student replied. For me, it's my friends. Another said. Then Hokage-sama? Do you have someone like that? A student asked. Of course I do. The Hokage answered. Who? The students asked. My grandson Konohamaru, the Hokage began to say, causing his grandson to grin, and everyone in this village too. The Hokage grinned, just like you used to, Minato, and that is why, despite what has been prophesied to me, I will fight every fiber of my soul to protect this village. The Hokage added mentally. Hey, Sakura. Tenten said as she entered the hospital with a flower in her hand. Hey, Tenten. Who are these flowers for? Sakura asked. They're wreathery for Lee, Tenten said with a blush. Really? Wow, I never knew you liked him, Tenten. Sakura exclaimed. Well, I do. He's someone very precious person to me. He's always been supportive of me and there for me when I needed the most. I'm also here because I want to be there for him since he can longer be a shinobi, Tenten said, the part sadly. So you've heard the news? Sakura asked. Guy-sensei told me about it. That sand guy crushed his arm and leg. I hope he pays for what he did to Lee. Tenten said. Don't worry, Naruto-kun will beat him. Sakura grinned. Naruto is fighting Gaara? Tenten asked. Yep, and he will win, I just know it, Sakura said. You do believe in Naruto, don't you, Sakura? Tenten asked, startling the girl whose features then softened. I do, ever since in the academy, I've always believed he could do anything and everything he set his sights on, he always did it in the end. That's why I believe he will beat Gaara, for Lee's sake. Sakura said. Arigato, Sakura, that means a lot to me. Ten smiled. Now, let's go cheer Lee up. Sakura smiled. They both headed for his room and entered it, but then they didn't see him inside but rather outside, doing push-ups with a nurse there trying to stop him. Lee-kun, Ten said. Lee-san. Please, you must stop this. Your body isn't, the nurse started to say. Please be quiet for a bit. Lee said, cutting her off, surprising everyone, I am not finished yet. He said mentally as images of Gaara, Naruto, Sasuke, and Neji came up in his mind. 199, Lee said as he struggled to the push-ups and then finally gave out and fell to the ground, fatigued. The girls quickly rushed out to him. I'll bring in the stretcher. The nurse said and ran off to get it. You see, that is the reason why I fell in love with him, Sakura. No matter what happens, she never gives up, never. Tenten said, crying. Tenten, Sakura said. Meanwhile, Naruto and his clones were training near the waterfalls to complete the nature manipulation phase of the Rasengan. No wonder my father never completed it. It's insanely hard. Just trying to put the wind into the Rasengan is hard. Naruto said mentally. Well, you're sure training hard, Namikaze Naruto, said a familiar voice. Sabaka no Gaara. Naruto said. It's nice to see you a few days before the exam, Naruto, and it's nice to see you're back to full form. Wouldn't want to kill you if you were in a weakened state. That would be very boring. Gaara said, grinning. Why are you here? Naruto growled. I came here to talk with my adversary, that's all, Gaara said. Talk? You've got to be kidding me. Naruto said. Oh, but it's true. Trust me, Naruto, I will kill you, but not here. The Chunin exam arena will make a far better place for your grave. Gaara said with a smirk. Sorry, Gaara, but I don't plan on dying yet. I still have my dreams. Naruto said. Dreams? Dreams are for the weak, Naruto. Gaara scoffed. What is up with you? Why must you act like this? Naruto asked, getting irritated by this young man. Why? Because I can, and also, because we are strong, Naruto, not weak, and dreams are for the weak. Gaara said. You're wrong about that. Dreams are for everyone, and dreams are what makes us strong. Naruto said, but then glared when Gaara started to laugh. What's so funny? Naruto roared. You, Naruto, you're the funny one. You are strong and yet you think as the weak do. I just don't understand why you would do such a crazy thing. Last time I checked, I don't have a dream and I nearly killed you back at the Forest of Death. Gaara said. Listen Naruto, we are both strong and we are both Jinchurikis. Instead of acting like those pathetic weaklings called humans, start acting like a true Jinchuriki and only fight for yourself. If you do these two things, then you'll become much stronger. Gaara continued. I don't need your advice Gaara, I have already gotten stronger than before and this time I will crush you. Naruto said. Oh really? Even if you do by some miracle crush me as you say, you will still have to face Big Brother, and judging by your current strength, you won't even make a scratch on him. Gaara smirked. Who do you mean by Big Brother? Naruto asked. Don't worry about it, Naruto. If you do beat me, you'll find out soon enough. Gaara grinned evilly. What do we have here? I leave for just a little while and someone is harassing my student. Jiraiya said as he entered the scene. It seems our conversation has to end here Naruto. Oh well, see you at your funeral, Namikaze Naruto. Gaara said with a crazed look and then left. Who the heck is that guy? Jiraiya asked. The one I need to beat in the exams and to do so, I need to finish my dad's Rasengan, even if it kills me. Naruto said, and then resumed his training. Hey Naruto, I want to teach you something, Jiraiya said. Teach me what? Naruto asked. This. Kuchios no Jutsu. Jiraiya said as he bit one of his fingers then went through a couple of seals and then summoned a large toad with armor on. Amazing, Naruto said. I would give you the chance to sign a contract with the Toad Clan but we don't have time for that, you still have the Rasengan to finish. We'll keep this technique for a later time but right now you have a technique to finish. Jiraiya said. Right. Naruto nodded. Alright Sasuke, let's take a break, Kyo asked. Why? Sasuke asked, with his Sharingan still on and has been on for the past March 4th of this month. Because I want to check something with you, Kyo said. He walked up to the younger Uchiha and then took a piece of paper out. Here, put your hand on this paper and something will happen. Kyo said. Sasuke then put his hand on the paper and it suddenly crumbled. Nice. It seems your elemental affinity is lightning. Kyo said. Not bad. Do you know any lightning jutsus? Sasuke asked. Nope, but maybe the person hiding behind those bushes does. Come out whomever you are. Kyo said and a few seconds later, Kakashi came out. Kakashi-sensei. What are you doing here? Sasuke asked. I came to meet this Kyo or should I say Uchiha Kyo as you failed to mention to me before Sasuke, in person, Kakashi replied. So I guess you must have learned my true identity. Kyo grinned. Sorry if I didn't tell you before but Kyo told me not, Sasuke said. It's all right. Anyway, lucky for you guys, I know some lightning jutsus. Do you want me to teach you one? Kakashi asked. Of course. Sasuke exclaimed. Kyo-san, I would like to talk to you later in private, Kakashi said low enough for only Kyo to hear, and the latte nodded. All right, Sasuke. Watch closely. Kakashi said then did a couple of seals and then put his right hand down and clutched it with his left hand. Electricity then started to generate from his right hand. What is that? Sasuke asked. That is my original technique, the Chidori. It's a high-speed thrust that requires the Sharingan to be most effective and can only be fired 2 or 3 times at max, Kakashi explained. He then did a seal and then another Kakashi appeared next to him. This Kagebushin will help you teach you this move while I talk to your sensei, Kakashi said and then he and Kyo walked off leaving Sasuke and the clone. I want to know something, Kyo-san. Kakashi started to say. What is it? Kyo asked. The Hokage told me everything, that you are the brother of Uchiha Madara. But my question is, how can you still be alive after all those years? It's been nearly 100 years since the founding of the Uchiha clan, you should be dead by now. Kakashi asked. The reason why I am alive is that when I found out about the fate of the clan, I had a group of friends create a technique that would allow me to create a body for myself so when I am about to die or have become weak, I can transfer to that body. I did so for all those years until I could find the dragon. Kyo explained. And Sasuke is that dragon, and Naruto is the wind of a new era. Mitaku, geez, who would have thought that in my team, 2 of my students would be destined for such great things, and even the third one, with her skills, can become as great as Tsunade. Kakashi said. You should know that things like that will happen as the new generation will always be stronger than the previous generation. Kyo said, and then took out a pack of cigarettes and then took out one and lit it up. Do you want a smoke? Kyo asked with a grin. The last week flew by, and the day of the finals was finally upon the village. A huge crowd filled the seats of the stadium as the finalists were on the battleground. Sasuke, who was now wearing a black shirt with the Uchiha fan on the back, black shorts, bandages on his arms and legs, and black shoes, was looking around for Naruto but could not find him. Where the heck is Naruto? There's no way he'll miss this opportunity. Sasuke thought. Namikaze Naruto, did you decide to run away from me? Gaara thought as he recalled the conversation he had with the blonde a couple of days ago. Hey wait, where's Naruto-kun? Sakura asked as she looked around for the blonde. I have no idea, I haven't seen him at all, Kakashi said. Kakashi-sensei. You're early. Sakura said, shocked, causing the man to go into a depressed mode. Don't worry Sakura, he'll be here, Ino said to cheer her friend. Have you found Naruto yet? The Hokage asked up in his seat. We have a few ANBU teams looking for him, but Hokage-sama, we haven't heard much about Orochimaru, but just will be ready just in case. Reidu, the Jounin, whispered. I understand. The Hokage said. Hokage Dano, it is finally an honor to meet you, Haku said, even though she looked more like in her 20s next to a henge. Behind her was Shinji and 2 new people. The one in the middle of the 3 had shoulder-length gray hair, cold blue eyes, a black shirt, black pants, black fingerless gloves, his mist forehead protector on his forehead, and a large sword that looked quite foreign. The third one has shoulder-length light blue hair, jagged teeth, blue eyes, a black sleeveless shirt, white pants, a water bottle attached to his pants, his forehead protector on his neck, and a large Zenbantu behind his back. Are you the new Mizukage I heard about? Hokage asked. Yes, I am, sir. I have heard a lot about you as well, and I hope we can become good friends and allies, Hokage Dano. Haku said. Of course. Oh, Kazekage Dano, it's also nice to meet you as well. You must be tired from your journey. The Hokage said as he saw the Kazekage. It's not a good thing at all that it takes place here this time. While you're still young, this trip may have been too much for you, Hokage-sama. Maybe it's time you decided on the Godame? The Kazekage asked. Ha, ha, ha. Please don't treat me like an old man, Kazekage Dano. I intend to continue this for a few more years. The Hokage laughed even though he knew what he said was a lie. Well now, let's begin. The Hokage said as he stood up from his seat to face the audience, welcome everyone to the Hidden Leaf Chunin exam. Now, we will start the main tournament matches between the 8 participants who made it through the preliminaries. Please stay and watch until the end. The Hokage announced. It's supposed to be 8, then why is one missing, Hokage-sama? The Kazekage asked and the Hokage stayed silent. There's something I'd like to tell you before the matches. Take a look at this. The Jounin proctor known as Genma said and then showed a piece of paper that had the tournament brackets on it. There have been some minor changes to the tournament, so check whom you are fighting once again, Genma instructed. I had an extra first round match, did that Dosu guy forfeit? Shikamaru thought. Yo Proctor, Sasuke said. What is it? Genma asked. What happens if Naruto doesn't show up? Sasuke asked. Then he'll be disqualified, simple as that, Genma answered. Damn it. Hurry up and get here Naruto. Sasuke thought. Did Gaara kill that boy despite my warnings of not trying to attract attention? Baki thought as he recalled the day Gaara visited Naruto. Flashback. Where are you going Gaara? Baki asked as he saw the red-haired boy heading for the door. To have some fun, that's all, Gaara replied with a smirk and then left. End flashback. Damn that Gaara. Baki thought. Alright guys, this is the final test. The arena may be different, but the rules are similar to the ones in the preliminaries. One of you wins by either knocking your opponent out, killing them, or making them forfeit. But if I determine that the match is over, then I will step in to stop it, you got that? Genma said and the finalists nodded. Now, we will begin with the first match between Hyuga Neji and Uchiha Sasuke. Everyone else, please go back to the waiting room to wait your turn. Genma instructed. Hey Hinata, it's free here. Kiba said as he and Hinata entered the stands to watch the fight. This is gonna be one hell of a fight, Kiba said as they sat down. Sasuke-kun, Hinata said. Who would have guessed that the Uchiha kid and the Hyuga kid would be fighting against each other, especially this early? Said one of the Chunin examiners. I wonder who's gonna win though. The other asked. Akamaru, what's up? Kiba asked as he heard his dog moan. His dog then did a noise, and Kiba's eyes widened. What? Where? Kiba asked and then looked around and saw strange people with masks in the stands. Why is an Umbu here? What is going on? Kiba thought. It looks like you have something to say to me, Sasuke. Neji smirked. As I said before, I will crush you, Sasuke said as he pointed his fist to the Hyuga with his Sharingan flaring. He's confident. Too bad there is still a gap between him and I, Neji smirked as he unleashed his Byakugan. It doesn't matter how much training you did, you're still too weak to defeat me Sasuke, Neji said. We won't find out until we fight, but let me tell you something. If you think I'm the same Sasuke you know, then you're in for a big surprise Neji. So let's just shut up and fight. Sasuke grinned. The first match of the Chunin finals. Begin. Genma said and the crowd roared in anticipation as the finals had finally begun. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you want early updates, check out Patreon. This is Fox Sage, and I'm signing off.